Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Raj Malakar. I'm representing Golden Films India. So today the topic that we will be covering is on retail and e-commerce. To begin with this topic, let us go through the definition of retail. Retail is a word which came from a very old French verb tailor, which means to cut off, club, pair, and divide in terms of tailoring. Now, retail world refers to the sale of small quantity of items to consumers. Moving on to our next definition, which is for e-commerce. E-commerce stands for electronic commerce. When any retail or wholesale activities are done through electronic media to deliver quantities of item to the end users with predetermined price, that's called e-commerce. So in the next segment, we will be talking on the revolution of retail and e-commerce. Retail market had existence in the ancient time where the barter system was involved 10,000 years ago as per the archaeological survey. Later, the trade system has converted to coinage system. In Rome, there were two forums for retail sales. The first one is Forum Romanum and the second one is Trajan's Forum. Trajan's Forum is the example of earliest a permanent retail shop front. The Phoenicians, an ancient civilization of the Middle East Asia, noted for their seafaring skills, plied their boats across the Mediterranean and becoming a major trading power by 9th century BCE. The Phoenicians imported and exported woods, textile, glasses, and produces such as wine, oil, dried fruit, and nuts. In medieval England and Europe, relatively few shops were to be found. Instead, customers walked into the tradesman's warehouse to discuss the purchasing options directly with the tradesman. In 13th century, London, mercers, haberdashers were known to exist, and grocers sold small wares as well as spices and medicines. But fish and other perishables were sold throughout the market by costermongers, hucksters, peddlers, and other itinerant vendors. Across the boroughs of England, a network of chartered markets sprung up between 12th to 16th century, giving their consumers a reasonable choice in the market they prefer to patronize. Say, for example, if a chartered market was granted for a market day, the rival market could not be open on the same day. Purchase decisions were to be made on some purchase criteria such as consumers' perceptions on range, quality, and price of the goods to determine which market is superior. In the 16th century, Italy, Vicenza's food market operates in the dairy trade. Cheese and butter were sold by the members of two craft guild. That is the cheesemongers who were the shopkeepers, and that is the so-called resellers who were the hucksters having wide range of product. The shop of the cheesemongers were situated in the town hall and were lucrative. Direct sellers and resellers increase the number of sellers, thus it is making the competition higher for the benefit of the consumers. Direct sellers who produce or who brought their products from the surrounding countrysides sold their wares in the central marketplace and priced their goods considerably lower rate than the cheesemongers. The retail service counter was an invention of the 18th century. Joshua Wedgwood, one of the English entrepreneurs who held expensive displays at his private home and his rented premises. In the 18th century, American merchants who had been operating as the importers and the exporters began specializing their skills on wholesale and retail roles. They opted not to limit their specialization in one particular type, often trading as general merchants selling diverse range of products type. In the mid of 19th century, to help the needs of the working poor, the cooperative retail stores, which were prominent in the industrial city of Manchester and in the countries of Yorkshire and Lancashire. The modern era of retail industry has been emerged to departmental store. It was originated in America in the 19th century. Edward Albert Fellini, an American businessman who started automatic bargain basement, where certain products has to be sold within the given timeline of a period, else it would transfer to charity. He also started the process of profit sharing in merchandise retail process. In the mid 19th century, an American architect, Victor Gruen, developed a concept of a shopping mall, a planned self-contained shopping complex complete with indoor plaza, statues, planted schemes, piped music, and car parkings. Gruen's vision was to create an atmosphere where people felt so comfortable that they would spend much more time, thereby increase the opportunity of purchasing. As the 21st century takes shape, some indications suggest the large retail stores have come under increasing pressure from the online sales model, and the reduction in store size are evident. Under such competitions and other issues such as business debt, where it has been noted as business disruptions, which is called retail apocalypse in the recent years with several retail business. And this is the rise of retail e-commerce platform in worldwide. Although I have stated and tried to portray the retail industry evolution and the rising of e-commerce based on consumer needs from the ancient time to the modern age. Hope you will find this information very useful. The retail industry is related to everyone directly on daily necessity. We will come up with more details on retail strategy and e-commerce effectiveness on Indian economy as well as world economy. Till that time, stay tuned. You will find all the necessary details in the description box. Please go and have a look at it. Be safe, be at home. Have a nice day ahead.